And we are live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. It is so good to be back. Now, before we begin today's live stream, a few quick messages from the sponsors of Rice TVx. You can find information down below in the video description for BitSwap DEX, for Monarch, and Presearch.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
As I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's so good to be back. In case you don't know, about 14 days ago, I got some emails from YouTube. And those emails were removing some videos and giving me a second strike, which we're going to be talking about in today's video. I do appreciate everybody so much for tuning in. I almost forgot how to do this because I really haven't been doing anything for the past 2 weeks. And I'll get into a little bit more about that. Now, I do have a little advertisement with all of my information for Rice TVx, my backup channel, Rice TVx2. Make sure you're signing up on my mailing list and all that good stuff. So I want to play this real quick advertisement with all of my social information. Make sure you're following me not only here on YouTube, on the backup channel, Rice TVx2, the sequel, but also on Odysee and Library as well. If this is your first time ever watching any of my videos, I do encourage you to check out and explore my channel. Make sure you're subscribed, and also make sure you subscribe to my backup channel, Rice TVx2, the sequel. And in case anything ever happens to my channels on YouTube, make sure you're following me on Odysee, where I have backups of my full catalog and post up extra content as well. If you'd like to support the channel directly, check out my Patreon channel. I post up exclusive content and you get early access to videos. I'm going to have links down below for everything I just mentioned, but if you go over to ricecrypto.crypto, I have links to all my social media sites, and you can sign up for my mailing list so that you never miss an update or new Rice TVx content. And if you haven't already taken advantage of my partnership with Money Metals Exchange, you can get a free half ounce of silver. All you need to do is be a first-time buyer at moneymetals.com, purchase a minimum of $100, and be sure you use the promo code RICE, R-I-C-E. You get that free half ounce of silver, and it's an additional way to support the channel as well. I definitely need to recut that and get rid of my nasty sounding voice. I did that when I got back from Florida and was just getting my voice recovered. I do want to appreciate everybody so much for tuning in for today's live stream. That was only had a couple hours to really promote and let people know this was happening. So real quick, just want to give a shout out. We have Corey Klein, Cat P. What's going on, Cat? Dime Bars in the house, Nightbird, EJ Oakland. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Max Frost. JF45. See who else we got in the house. We've got 39 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps other people to be able to see this information in the YouTube algorithm flow. I'm going to really quickly do a quick screen share. I talk about this in all of my videos, but it's really important that not most, but all of you that really appreciate my content and what I do, please head over to ricetvx.com and sign up on my mailing list so that you never miss an update or any new Rice TVx content. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is because 14 days ago, I got strike number 2 on YouTube, which means I could not put up any videos for 14 days. I was going to do some stuff on the backup channel, but ultimately some depression issues kind of hit me, which I'll talk about here in just a moment. But be sure you're signing up for the mailing list. And also all my social media information is also right here at the top of ricetvx.com. If you want to support what I'm doing directly, which would be greatly appreciated because I did lose some income due to this strike. I had some paid content that needed to be released before my strike was over, and I lost about $3,500 in paid content. And it's also going to be affecting my revenue on YouTube as well, since I hadn't been able to put out videos for 14 days. So I've got links down below for all this in the video description as well for my Patreon. Make sure you're subscribed to Rice TVx too. I've got over 20,000 subscribers, almost 21,000 subscribers on Rice TVx, and less than 400 on the backup channel. So in case something happens to my YouTube channel, this is where I'm going to start doing videos. I'm not going to let depression get the best of me. And I will talk a little bit more about why I got depressed, what was going on in my head, and all that good stuff. So in addition to the backup channel, be sure you follow me on Odysee and Library. I have full backup of all of my videos. I've actually deleted more than half of my videos off of YouTube, which I'll talk about here in a minute. Since we're on the screen tomorrow at 1:00 p.m., exclusively on Odysee only, I'm going to be going live with Ethan Lucas, and we're going to be talking about a book that he wrote. I'm not even going to mention the title of the book. What I'll do is I'll throw up this, which is the thumbnail for the video. Is coming out tomorrow. It's going to be live at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:00 a.m. Pacific Time on Odysee only. So that way we can have an uncensored conversation and not worry about getting a third strike and losing the YouTube channel, because that's what would happen. So be sure you're following me on Odysee, where I have 100% of all of my videos up. All of my videos are on Odysee. You cannot find all my videos anywhere else except for Odysee and Library. And I'll get into why I deleted and all that good stuff. Also, make sure you're taking advantage of my partnership with Money Metals Exchange. Get that free ½ ounce of silver. It's another way that you can support the channel and look out for yourself. Go to moneymetals.com, purchase a minimum of $100, and you use the promo code RICE, R-I-C-E. You get a free ½ ounce of silver, and it's another way that you can support the channel. If you want to send in a tip or a contribution directly, I have my Cash App information, my PayPal, and my Cointree. Cointree is where I have all my different crypto addresses. And real quick, I want to go ahead and throw up a little banner under the bottom so that we have that information scrolling up here. As I mentioned before, I've been doing a lot of paid content so that I cannot rely upon my viewers and subscribers for support. But due to what's happened with the censorship, with YouTube giving me a second strike, and me losing $3,500 worth of work, and my YouTube revenue being cut down probably for the next 2 months or so, anything that people can contribute would be greatly appreciated. Now, to go ahead and get into the gist of what this is about, I want to do a screen share because I like being very transparent with everybody about what's going on. And what I'm going to do is just share my whole screen because it makes it a little bit easier to do that way with this. Okay. So here we are. This is in my YouTube studio. This is where we have your community guidelines and your strikes and so forth. So it says 2 of 3 community guideline strikes. Your content was removed due to a violation of our community guidelines. Strikes expire after 90 days. And deleting the video will not remove the strike. So it says if this happens again, just one more strike will result in the permanent removal of your channel, which means Rice TVx will be gone. So we're going to talk about that. So I got my first warning that stuck on August 17th, 2020, and that was for a documentary that I reposted. I deleted the documentary, as you can see here, but deleting it doesn't necessarily affect anything. I got my first strike on YouTube on May 22nd. 2021. Now that first strike expires August 20th, which is about 20 days from now, about 3 weeks. So I really have to make sure over the next 3 weeks, I'm being as extremely careful as I can possibly be, so I don't have any more strikes during the next 3 weeks so that I don't lose my channel. So I woke up on, it was Friday, that they gave me the strike, Friday the 16th of July, but I wasn't able to post anything until it was after midnight last night, which would have been early Saturday morning. So I'm assuming it's because they've sent me 3 different emails on, well, not 3, but they deleted videos on 3 separate days, which is what I'm going to show for you. So what's really weird with this was with strike 2. What they did was they hit me with 4 videos As you notice, I deleted 3 of the 4 videos. I won the appeal on 1. This was a video that I did with Ben Schwann, interviewing him. He's a newscaster, journalist, researcher, and there was nothing in there that was cyberbullying or harassment, which is what they were getting me for. And I want to share that here in just a moment so everybody can see that. But first strike was on May 22nd. It expires August 20th. Again, 20 days, 21 days, however you want to look at it. So 3 weeks. Just going to tread carefully, which is the reason why the video that I'm doing with Ethan Lucas is not going to be on YouTube. It's only going to be on Odysee. And I'm going to start doing that more because I want people to start going over to Odysee and using this platform. The reason I decided to use Odysee versus BitChute is because Odysee is the most decentralized content sharing platform out there that I know of. BitChute is not decentralized. It's just like YouTube. It has servers. It's on a web page. And actually, they have been censoring. Uncle Cliff High, has been censored based off some information that he said in regards to some things in regards to geopolitics and a country on the other side of the world called China. So, and who knows? This video may end up getting a strike, and I may end up losing my channel over that. I'm not trying to speak this into existence, but it's free speech, not freedom of speech. But free speech, because there's a difference, and I'll get into that in another video. But free speech is under attack. The First Amendment's under attack. You have the White House press secretary talking about they're working with Facebook and removing what they consider to be misinformation and disinformation. Who knows wherever else they're doing it, but that is completely against the First Amendment, and it's not cool. So now, again, they hit me up with 4 videos for strike 2. And normally you only get hit up for 1 video. This could have actually had my channel deleted, being that they hit me up with 4 videos violating. Now, they ultimately removed 12 videos, and that's what I'm going to share here. I want to make sure that you guys can see this. Yes, you can. Okay. So this was the email that I got on the 16th of this month of July. And as you can see here, there's 9 separate emails. And then I made some appeals. They reached their decision on the appeals, which we'll get into. Then on Saturday, 2 more emails with 2 more videos being removed, and then reach an appeal on decision. And then on Sunday, I got 1 video removed. So 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 videos were removed. I won the appeal on 2. So no matter how I would have looked at it, the second strike would have stuck, no matter how I would have done this. So again, make sure you're following me, not only on the backup channel on YouTube, Rice TVx to the sequel. You need to get those numbers up. I've got almost 21,000 subscribers on this main channel and less than 400 on the backup channel. Be sure you're following me on Odysee as well. So here, I want to go ahead and just be completely transparent about what they're saying to me. So the first email was in regards to a video with Charlie Ward, talking about cryptocurrency, talking about Greg Howlett and things to that effect. They said that we want to let you know our team reviewed your content. We think it violates our community guidelines. You may not realize this was a violation of our policy, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. However, we have removed the following content from YouTube. So that's video number 1. Video number 2 is our team has reviewed your content. Unfortunately, we think it violates our harassment, threats, and cyberbullying policy. Nothing that I do is harassing or even cyberbullying. Even me challenging Russell J. Gould was not cyberbullying or harassment, because I wasn't threatening him and I wasn't challenging him to any sort of violence or anything to that effect. But that's what they wanted to say. And this video was the one with Ben Swan that I won the appeal on. So again, I don't know if somebody's reporting my channel or if it's the algorithm is picking this up in just a weird way. So the next one was, let's see, what was this? It's time to wake up from the Matrix. What was that? I have no clue. It might have been one of my... Oh, actually, this was like back when my channel first started, I believe. This is some conversations that I did with a guy named Philip, who is known as the Modern Guru. So they went back. I mean, like, I started my first video came out in January of 2018. 2018, and they went back. That was in 2018. Most of the videos are pretty much over a year old, so I don't see how they can go back after they've already let me have the video up for so long and then challenge it and say that it goes against their community guidelines. This one as well, they didn't give me a strike because they're saying I didn't and may not have known, blah, 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 blah. But so this is for content glorifying or inciting acts of violence is basically what they're getting me for. And this is a conversation about Nasera Jacera with and the 17th letter movement with Pimpy's investment chat. This is our second chat together. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's on Pimpy's channel, because me, Pimpy, and Stan Barabbas from Bodhisattva Love, we have had videos on all three channels and it only get affected on one channel. If there's something wrong with the video, then it should be affected on all the channels, or it makes it feel like they're kind of singling you out. The first episode that I did with the War Castles, War for Souls with Stan, that was considered to be glorifying or inciting acts of violence as well. If you think that any of my content is harassment or cyberbullying or anything to the effect of glorifying or inciting acts of violence, please let me know so I can correct my content. The thing that sucks too about YouTube is once you do an appeal, that's it. And so what I'll show you is, oh, I can't because I deleted all the videos. But once you get an appeal checked, let me see if I can. I can't do it. But once you ask for an appeal and YouTube reaches a decision, then that's it. You can't really do anything else about it. So this was a Great Awakening roundtable discussion. August of 2020 probably had Eric and Tom from Consent to Govern, maybe Jason of Public Awakening. Again, saying that I'm glorifying or inciting acts of violence. This one is 17th letter with the Public Awakening. This is our very first conversation that we did together. Again, content glorifying or inciting acts of violence. None of my content does this. Let's see, what did they say here? Yeah, harassment, threats, and cyberbullying, for having a discussion about the 17th letter with Stan Barabbas from Bodhisattva Love. And the last one was this Great Awakening Red Pill discussion, which, again, content glorifying or it's like blah, 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 blah. It's all just BS. So going back, this was Saturday. So any video that was titled like this, I changed the name. So I'm not even using that verbiage anymore. I'm just putting Stranger Than Fiction Roundtable, maybe current events or spirituality or something like that. But literally this conversation right here was all about spirituality. And they're saying it was glorifying or inciting acts of violence. There was nothing, absolutely zero things that were considered violent in that conversation. So I don't get it. And the other one was another roundtable discussion saying that the content is glorifying or inciting acts of violence. And the last one, was I on the right one? Yeah, okay. And then the last one is this one right here, which was the last video I did with Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward threatened me in the video, but they got me for harassment, threats, and cyberbullying. So what I ended up doing was just going through my channel and deleting more than half of my videos. I've got to play it safe until August 20th, roughly, so I can get this first strike removed. Then I'll be down to one strike. Then if I get another strike, I just can't post for 14 days on the main channel. So anything that I deem that's going to be like too controversial for YouTube, I am not going to put it on there. And I'm going to, because I need to use this platform. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to people about. The largest, most used search engine is Google. The second largest, most used search engine is YouTube. And YouTube is not even a search engine. YouTube is a very powerful, popular platform. For me to get off the platform would not would not benefit what I'm trying to do by educating people, because I'm trying to reach new people who need to hear this information. I'm not trying to be stuck in an echo chamber with the same people listening to the same messages being regurgitated over and over again. And that's kind of what you're finding in platforms like BitChute and Parler, now that it's back up, is it's just an echo chamber. The people that are on these platforms are already aware of most of the things that people like myself are already talking about. I'm trying to reach new people. And that's why I've got to utilize this platform. So I'm just going to be really careful. I may make a video tomorrow before I do the interview with Ethan, letting people know. And that's what I will start doing, is making short, quick little videos saying, hey, if you would like to check out this video about blah, 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 it's going to be over here, because I'm not going to put it on YouTube. But I'm still going to use this platform as much as possible to be able to amplify my voice, my message, to try to help educate and empower as many people as we possibly can. And again, if you can support the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Real quick, I want to just look at the comments to see where we're at. Yeah, I don't know if I'm specifically being targeted, dude, because some of you might know I do a lot of appearances on BitBoy Crypto's channel. He's got over 1 million subscribers, and it's helped me to grow the channel. So I really appreciate BitBoy. Twice this week, they took his channel out. Twice. They killed his channel on Wednesday evening. It got late Wednesday night, and it was back up early Thursday morning. And then I think either Thursday or Friday during a live stream, they cut the channel, and then he got it back. So 2 times this week, BitBoy Crypto, with like 1.1 or 1.2 million subscribers, they just cut the channel off. So thanks. I really appreciate you saying that, E3, because a lot of people are saying, stop using YouTube, stop supporting YouTube. But again, if I stop using YouTube, I'm just going to be stuck in an echo chamber, and I'm not going to be reaching new people and helping new people. And that's kind of the whole point into this. So let me go real quick and see where we're at with the discussions. Nightbird, thank you. Yeah, Odysee is definitely the best. And I've been having conversations with people about this, because a lot of people are going over to BitChute and don't realize that BitChute is censoring people just like what's happening on YouTube. It may not be as bad, but it's going to happen. And I know the CEO from Odysee. I've interviewed Jeremy Kauffman several times. I have a playlist in my playlist section, so you can check out the interviews about LBRY and Odysee. Odysee is the web page that they have. They rebranded from LBRY.tv, but it's all built off the LBRY LBRY blockchain. And if you download their mobile application or their desktop application, you'll be actually helping to secure the network, and the videos are stored on nodes. So that's how we're getting to decentralization with Odysee. So that's why I really encourage people to go over and follow me on my Odysee channel. I want to see if there's anything else I wanted to share on the YouTube end. And I want to do another screen share so I can share my Odysee channel again. So screen share, window. Okay, so now here we are. And here's Odysee. So I'm up to almost 3,600 followers on Odysee. And that's, I'm good with that number. I mean, obviously I want that to grow, but that's really good for a decentralized platform that is basically being censored. In case people don't know, LBRY is dealing with a securities violation with the SEC, which is completely frivolous, and they've got to fight that. So the guys over at LBRY are definitely proponents of free speech and want to do what they can to promote free speech. And as long as something doesn't go against natural law, they're going to allow for it to go on the platform. Yeah, so the depression thing, what I want to say is I didn't put out videos for 14 days, and I didn't really have very many people reaching out to me asking what was going on. So that kind of bothered me a little bit. I was like, I've got maybe 5,000 followers on Facebook, maybe 5,700 on Twitter, and less than 400 followers on the backup channel on YouTube. So I know not everybody knew what was going on, but I wasn't putting out videos for 14 days. I would have thought I would have had more people reach out and say, hey, what's going on? I haven't heard anything from you. So, that kind of got to be a little disheartening. having to remove some of my own videos and have to censor myself has just been a little frustrating. Losing some income has definitely been frustrating, especially since I've been trying to do what I can to not rely upon subscribers and viewers. So that's been a little frustrating. And when you really think about all this, it's just sometimes it could be really overwhelming what we're up against. We're talking about changing the world, and not everybody in the world is ready for that change. And the powers that be have done a great job of trying to set people up like myself and a lot of people I collaborate and work with as tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists, but there's nothing further from the truth when it comes to that. So it's sad. And it did affect me. And because it affected me, I just had to deal with it and get through it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm picking myself back up and saying, I can't let this hold me down and I can't let this hold me back. I've got a mission that's way bigger than myself and I need to keep moving forward. Did I see the Speak Project show last Saturday? I did not, but I did see Kim and Tank talking with Shane the Ruiner, which was pretty interesting. Thank you, Elaine. I really appreciate. Let's see, Rice, the problem with this is having to sign back in, especially if I'm doing interviews with people. So what I'm going to do is basically just put up a little video, letting people know what's going on as far as where content. If I don't put something up on YouTube, I will make a video letting people know where I'm putting it at. So that way people can know where to go to watch whatever they're wanting to see. So again, to remind people, if you want to watch this conversation, which is not going to be on YouTube, it's only going to be on Odysee, you could head over to my Odysee channel. Make sure you follow me at 1:00 p.m. tomorrow. That's 10:00 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be going live only on Odysee. It will not be on YouTube. So there's going to be a conversation about Ethan's book that we have been planning on doing in this regards anyways. So you're going to start seeing a lot more content being done on other platforms. And then me making a video on YouTube and saying, hey, I got a video about such and such, and go check it out. I may miss at the beginning tomorrow on Odysee as I'm traveling to Grimsby. We'll definitely catch. Awesome. Oh, I appreciate you always tuning in, Kat, and we always appreciate you being a part of the live conversation. So thank you. Yeah, I would agree. That's why I only have one video up, I think, on BitChute, and that is the interview that I did with Max Egan that got me the first strike, which actually wasn't my first strike. It's just a first strike that's stuck. I've been dealing with censorship issues since December of 2019, back with the crypto YouTube purge. Let's see, YouTube got back from a big losing lawsuit and it's eased up. Now, here's the thing. Me and Stan have talked about this. There's that class action lawsuit going on that Donald Trump is doing. And I tried to figure out how I can be a part of it, but it doesn't look like you can just join up. So I'm trying to look into other things people could be doing. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not taking this personally. I know what YouTube, I know what's going on with the censorship. I know what's going on with the battle against free speech. It's just, this is my income. This is what I do full time. I don't have a job. This is my job. This is my life. And I dedicate it to doing this. And, ways that I normally earn money, I wasn't able to earn money because I wasn't able to put videos out on a timely manner based off deadlines, and lost some contracted work, which really stinks. So it is what it is, and I'm just going to keep moving forward. But yeah, it did get to me. I mean, having the videos removed, having the strike, being put on timeout as an adult for 14 days. I had a couple days where I was like, man, people don't even care. Because I wasn't really, after a week, I didn't really hear from very many people. And I know not everybody's following me on Twitter and Facebook and not getting all of my social media posts that say what's currently happening. And I have less than, I think, 200 people that are on the mailing list on ricecrypto.crypto. We have almost 21,000 subscribers here on YouTube on the main channel. So can we get the numbers up on Rice TVX2, the backup channel on YouTube? And can we also get you guys to start going over to Odysee and support me over there as well? You can also earn a cryptocurrency, their library credits, LBC. I've actually, that's how I was able to upgrade my new computer, was selling some of my library credits. So it has been very beneficial. Let's see. YouTube, Facebook have been set up as a failure under these auspices. They don't care. They simply are doing us in. I agree, but unfortunately, this is what we're dealing with. So we have to use what we can, the tools against the system as much as itself. And Tammy Stewart says, when you appeal, ask them if if they are taking you to court for the accusations. I know people who get their strikes removed that way. No, I'm not mentioned that, but I've mentioned that I'm going to contact an attorney, even though I'm not a fan of lawyers or attorneys. I say I'm looking into what I can do for legal recourse against what you're doing. So I'm still trying to figure it out. As of now, there's really not much I can do. I put a appeal in, they deny the appeal, and it's done. I say that I'm not harassing or cyberbullying. Can you show examples? If you cannot show examples and you're going to delete my video, I'm going to look into legal recourse. And then they send me an email saying that, well, we reached a decision and we're going to stick with what we said. Good afternoon, Ricist. I definitely missed the Ricist thing. And I really appreciate everybody for tuning in on today's video. I really do. Max, awesome. I think if you go down below in the video description for Odysee, I might have an invite link where you'll get some library credits. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. And if you download the library LBRY desktop or mobile application, preferably desktop, you can download videos. So if there's a video of mine that you would like to be able to keep and save, or for whatever purpose, or anybody's videos that are on Odysee, you could do that through the library application itself and download the videos. So people can take that into consideration. And let's see, Nightbird says, are you trying to figure out why YouTube is doing what it's doing? No, it's not a surprise to me that they're doing this at all, but it's an attack on free speech. And I'm supporting Prager University, who's trying to sue you, or who is suing YouTube. And this should be a bigger deal than Donald Trump suit, because Prager University is suing YouTube to define itself as a publisher or a public forum, because you can't be both. Stan again says, you're officially being targeted. Now, I did kind of question whether or not a lot of this was coming from the Russell J. Gould quantum grammar camp. But the videos tend to go a little bit more than that. So there really wasn't a common thread as to what was actually like a common denominator between the videos that caused it to get for them to be removed. So I really can't say specifically. But yeah, I am going to start redirecting traffic over to Odysee. And in case you don't know, I am live streaming this right now on Rice TVX2. That's what I've been trying to do with most of my live streams, to stream on both. So we're streaming right now on Rice TVX2 and Rice TVX, the main channel. And we got 6 people watching over on Rice TVX2, which I appreciate. And it looks like we've got 3 more subscribers for this whole live stream. So I have less than 400 subscribers still on Rice TVX2. Again, if you care about my content, something may happen to my main YouTube channel. And aside from Odysee, this is where you're going to be able to find me. So I would definitely encourage you to support what I'm doing and subscribe to the backup channel, Rice TVX2, in addition to Odysee as well. And I'm going to finish going through the comments. I'm going to end the video tomorrow, 1:00 p.m. doing a live stream with Ethan over on Odysee. Either I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow night, or I'm going to release the interview that I did with Beth Martins. If I don't release the interview with Beth Martins tomorrow, it'll be on Monday. It's currently on my Patreon channel. So if you want to consider supporting what I do on Patreon and get early access to videos, that would be greatly appreciated. Take advantage, get your free half ounce of silver from moneymetals.com. You got to purchase a minimum of $100 and use that promo code RICE to get the free half ounce of silver. And again, it does support the channel. Okay, so Haska-san, thanks. I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the love. Miss Space Cakes, thank you again. I appreciate you as always. And Odysee is definitely the way. And encourage your favorite content creators that you see on BitChute. Encourage them to leave and go to Odysee. One of the things that I do like that they have set up is that you can sync your YouTube channel. So all your videos go from YouTube to Odysee, which also puts it on library as well. So you don't have to do anything. It just automatically transfers. And that's another reason why I really like it, because it takes out me having to upload on multiple platforms. It can be very frustrating. I was thinking about using Odysee just to promote, YouTube to promote Odysee, but I need to put things out on YouTube because YouTube is how I'm able to earn money doing the sponsored videos in the cryptocurrency space. And me doing those sponsored videos, again, helps me to alleviate having to get support from subscribers and viewers. And considering everything that's going on in today's world, not everybody's in a position to be able to support. But for those of you who can support what I'm doing and want to support me, right down below, scrolling all the way across, you can see my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Cointree address for my crypto addresses if you would like to send a contribution. And somebody sent me like a little over $300, maybe $350 worth of Bitcoin Cash. And whoever that was, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for the support. It means a great deal. Terry, exactly, said you never would have found me without YouTube. So that is another reason why I need to maintain my YouTube channel. I'm just going to be really careful about what I'm doing. And if you're just tuning in, what I want to do again real quick is just screen share once more my entire screen so I can show you my dashboard on my YouTube. So this is where I got my warning, and the warning stays. You can't really get rid of the warning. I've gotten rid of 2 warnings by appealing them, but this one stuck, and I deleted the video. And I've deleted more. Like I said, I've deleted more than 50% of the videos that I have on YouTube. And then any of the roundtable discussions that were titled Great Awakening, I retitled them to Stranger Than Fiction Roundtable and put current events or whatever the situation of what it might have been. Because it seems like the Great Awakening, it's a bad word now, or it's associated with 17th letter movement. I don't know what it is, because I never had a problem with it. This interview that I did with Ben Swan, let's see if we can pull it up from here. That was done on August 13th, 2020. So this is July 31st, 2 weeks ago. We're like a little less than a year, just a little less than a year away from it actually occurring. So a lot of the videos that I got. So this is strike 1 on May 22nd with my 4th interview with Max Egan, which can be found on Odysee, as well as 100% of my videos now can be found on Odysee. And then when I Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting the 16th, 17th, and 18th, I had 12 videos removed. I won the appeal on 2. Couldn't put out videos for 14 days, which is, again, another reason why I'm encouraging people to make sure that you're following me over here on Rice TVx 2, the YouTube backup channel. I want to do a quick refresh. We have 2 more subscribers. So it looks like I've gotten 5 subscribers from this live stream today. If you're watching this and you're not already subscribed to Rice TVx 2 on YouTube, please subscribe to the backup channel. Please follow me on Odysee and Library. And if you want to support what I do directly, consider joining my Patreon channel. I have 3 different levels of membership. Take advantage of the Money Metals deal that supports the channel as well. And you get to get a free half ounce of silver, my PayPal, my Cash App. If you want to send a donation, contribution, tip, it would be greatly appreciated. My Cointree with my crypto addresses is right here. And then also for people that are interested in cryptocurrency, these are platforms and services that I recommend for anyone interested in crypto. And there's a lot of different services, ways that you can earn Bitcoin and different cryptocurrencies. And this is another way that you can support the channel as well. And all these are linked down below in the video description. All right. So Dime Bar says, if it helps, I suspect YouTube might be possibly censoring a lot. Not sure though, as I can't find the channels I was looking for it to check. Yeah, there's been a lot of videos and a lot of channels that have been deleted. And they don't really care about whether or not you're affecting any of their revenue or not. Because I'm thinking that a channel with over 1 million subscribers is bringing in some revenue for YouTube. And if they're willing to just shut the channel off, then who's safe? Who is safe? So free speech is under attack, and there's we need to start standing up for this. And I've talked about this in many videos, and I'm going to get a lot more aggressive about promoting the fact that we need to promote and we need to make sure that we don't lose this right of free speech. Miss Space Cake, thanks again. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know why you're locked out of Patreon. If I would contact their customer service, but actually, since I'm mentioning it too, I am going to be trying to replace Patreon soon. I've just got to figure out the best way of going about doing it. Basically, like replacing it with a video on demand site where I would be storing the videos on either my own servers, someone I know, or a service that allows for people to store videos and then have a web page that will have basically a web page that will replace Patreon. Because in case people aren't aware, to speak about the censorship, my friend John Paul from Beyond Mystic, his main channel got deleted. He had a few strikes. It got deleted. Then he had a backup channel, which I have, Rice TVx 2, and that got deleted maybe less than a month ago. Time has just been so crazy. It might even be just like in the past 2 weeks. But his second channel, Beyond Mystic 2, was deleted. He had no warnings, no strikes, nothing, and they just deleted his channel. And then, and I know it was 2 weeks, like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, that they terminated his Patreon account. So Patreon is another point of failure. For right now, it is a way that people can support what I'm doing, and I would appreciate it. And if you are a patron, as I'm getting ready to transition over, I will definitely give everybody a heads up and let them know what's going on, so it gives everybody ample time to be able to make sure they're doing the jump over. But I'm definitely going to be replacing, I think the term that they use is video on demand. So video on demand site. I thought it was quite well advertised. You're banned for 2 weeks. Well, Dime, you're in a couple of my Telegram groups, so it makes sense that you would get that. But the Telegram group, the Rice TVx community group, which I need to do some cleaning up on because it's gotten really out of hand, and I'll be talking to people in there about that more. I did make an announcement talking about some rules and stuff that we're going to be trying to apply. But yeah, there's like less than 400 people. There's about the same amount of people subscribed to Rice TVx too. So I mean, there's still half. I mean, if you take all the numbers I have on my social media, there's still half of the number of subscribers that aren't following me anywhere on social media that wouldn't have been aware of this. So again, make sure that you are going over to ricecrypto.crypto, signing up on a mailing list, following me on Odysee and Library, following the backup channel Rice TVx 2. And that way, you will be able to stay up to date with everything that's going on in case something like this ever happens again. Because you may be searching for my channel and it may get deleted. Because at this point, I've got 20 days. If something happens in 20 days with a strike, the channel's gone. And so I'm doing what I can. That's why it's one of the reasons why I deleted more than half of my videos off of YouTube. This is the first time we've been seen. This is the first time we have seen you for over a month. YouTube censoring Australia. Man, I've been hearing so many terrible things about Australia. Me and Pimpy were talking today. I got mad love for all you Aussies, and we got to figure something out. Let's see. You got hair since I've seen you. Put your faith in God alone. My hair just grew a little bit longer. It was all. It's still a mohawk, still the same thing. It's just a little bit longer at the moment. Miss Space Cakes, appreciate Kirkus, thank you so much. Mad love and respect to all of you. I know I've been slacking on this, and this is what I was going to do during the 2 weeks that I had to strike, but then that depression issue hit me. I've got to work on getting the merchandise out. I'm also going to be working on some NFTs and some other things as well. Let's see here. Max gets everyone flagged. Well, Max is awesome though. Strike Max again video. Yeah, that was a really good video, and you guys can catch that over on Odysee. Real quick, I'm going to. It's such a pain in the ass to do these screen shares sometimes. Here we go. So back to my Odysee channel, and that would be. Was it that far down? Guess it was. Yeah, here it is. This one right here. This is the one YouTube didn't like. This is the one YouTube gave me a strike for. I want to go ahead and copy this and pop it over on the chat so everybody can have it. And then stop the screen share. I love Max, so I would not change anything that I do in that aspect. I just may not have Max back on YouTube. Next time I do an interview with him, we just may do it on Odysee, and then I'll make a video on YouTube telling people to go to Odysee and check it out. I appreciate you, E3. I really do. And thank you, All in Private Intelligence. I really appreciate you. AAPI. It makes it easier to say. Yeah, and Haska, you will definitely love Odysee. Odysee is a great channel or a great platform. MS, thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words. I mean, the depression is going to get the best of us at points, unfortunately. And it was something that I kind of needed to go through so I could pick myself up. This past couple months have just been a crazy roller coaster. And I've just had to re-strategize about how I'm going to be doing things and how I'm going to move forward and how I'm going to do that where I don't have any issues and lose the main YouTube channel. Because this, if I lose my main YouTube channel, I'm going to lose the sponsors I have and any sort of paid content. And then I really would have to rely 100% on viewers and subscribers. And I try my best not to do that. But anybody that can and can afford and wants to contribute and tip, the information is scrolling across the bottom, and it would be greatly appreciated. I think somebody might have actually sent me something on Cash App potentially while we were doing this. Haska, thank you. I appreciate that. Haska sent a nice little tip, and your last name rhymes with mine. Awesome. I've never met anybody with a last name like that. Very cool. Haska, thank you so much. I appreciate the contribution. So again, the Patreon is another way you can support me. Cash App and PayPal information is scrolling across the bottom. Tune in tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Let's see here. What was I looking at? Oh, and I am considering Theta TV. I saw somebody mention Theta, so I am considering Theta. Wow, there's a lot more chat here than I thought. I really appreciate all you people. You guys are great. Yeah, you guys got to definitely check out Prager University and look at what they're doing as far as their lawsuit against YouTube. Yeah, man, I'm going to be trying to bring some people from Australia on that are influential that can help to try to do something when it comes to standing up. And because no matter where you're at, when enough people take a stand, nothing can stand against the people, and people can peacefully say no and change this world. Nana, I love you too. Thank you for all the support. Nana was my very first patron, and I appreciate you, Nana. That's Litecoin Lisa's mama. If you guys aren't subscribed to Litecoin Lisa's channel, make sure you subscribe to her channel. Yeah, Australia, it almost feels like a test bed for what could be coming around the world, unfortunately. The uncommon denominator shows that it's not the algorithm, especially if Stan and Pimpy have videos up that has a strike on you. Well, it's not those situations. Actually, the person that got the strikes was Pimpy, not me or Stan in those particular situations. So it's crazy, man. Yeah, and I'm going to be talking. I need to get Uncle Cliff on. He's agreed to come on a show. I just need to get him on. We just need to make it happen. Crypto Quandary, thanks for tuning in, brother. Good seeing you. Good seeing you as always. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's see here. See what everybody's saying. Now, this video is still on my YouTube channel. This is probably one I should get rid of. It's still there. I contemplated over this one. So who knows? But again, 100% of my content is on Odysee. So if you don't find a video that you know that I did on my YouTube channel, then go over to Odysee and it's more than likely there. And something else I'll show people that you guys can do that will help you out a lot with Odysee is if you're looking for a video. No, my Odysee library channel is under Rice Crypto because it's blockchain based and I can't change the name. So on the header, it says Rice TVx. But if you want to search for a particular video of mine, you would just go into the search section here on my channel, not at the top, like right here. Instead of searching here, you would search here. So if you want to see all my Max Egan interviews, you would just do this, say Max Egan, and it's pulled up. Well, actually, it pulled up everything with Max, not just Max Egan. Because I did interview Max Kaiser as well and Max Freeman from Epic Cash. So, but yeah, like this video is not on YouTube. This video is not on YouTube. So they're on Odysee. So that would be another reason for people to follow me on Odysee. Almost 3,600 followers, trying to get that up. I also am able to share other people's videos too, and upload content that I don't upload on other content platforms. So I did a conversation 2 weeks ago, this past Thursday, with Pimpy, MC Secret Truth, Will of CBC, and Veritas TV. We all did a fundraiser, and that's not on YouTube. It is on Odysee. So I am trying to put up extra content over on Odysee as a way to encourage people to go and support the platform. And I'm able to share other people's videos. So like these BitBoy crypto videos, these are the appearances that I made on Around the Blockchain that you could check out as well. All right. So let me go ahead and finish through the comments. And yeah, definitely free Ross. Go over to change.org and sign up for the free Ross clemency petition. Yeah, I have looked at Rockfin, and I'm not seeing it being an improvement upon Odysee. So to me, it's just a Patreon, a competitor to Patreon, like Brighteon. There's Brighteon, there's Rockfin, and they're kind of competitors for paid content, like Patreon. So if I'm going to replace Patreon, I'm going to replace it with my own website. That way I have, I'm taking out points of failure. And Theta TV is something that I'm considering doing over as well. I have to check this out. Is this a YouTube channel or is this what you're calling to people over at YouTube? That's very original. I like that. Joined ×2, and we have some new stuff to work on with you, brother. All right. Awesome. 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 Let's see here. I saw your photo post on library and came here after checking Odysee to see if there was something new. Awesome, Christine. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more exclusive content over on Odysee, exclusive live streams and such. But if I do, I will make a video on YouTube letting people know what I'm doing exactly. All right. So pretty much looked at all the comments. I really do appreciate everybody for tuning in. Karen Swaggart Harris says, can you recap how to subscribe to Odysee to support you, or do I need to subscribe to library, or are they the same? They are the same. So let me go ahead real quick and go back to the screen share. Let me get rid of this. And what I'll show you is, so you have Odysee, which is ODYSEE, and to sign up is literally just join, put your name and your password. And if you have a YouTube channel, you would sync my YouTube channel. By creating an account, you agree to our terms and confirm that you are over the age of 13. So it's really simple. And it says it's powered by a library. So what that means, in case people are unaware, let's see what this is taking us to. So LBRY does publishing what Bitcoin did to money. Join top creators and more than 10 million people on LBRY, an open, free, and fair network for digital content you can download for Windows and other platforms. Odysee, use LBRY in your browser with Odysee.com. And the reason, I'm not really 100% sure why they rebrand it, but something about the LBRY name, they decided to move forward with Odysee when it comes to their centralized website. Because anytime you visit a website that hosts videos, there's no way it can be decentralized. There's absolutely no way, because they had to be stored on a server. That server is controlled by somebody. Control is centralization. So BitChute, YouTube, these type of platforms, even Odysee in that aspect, are centralized. The decentralization with Odysee comes in on the back end with LBRY, the blockchain itself, the way that it stores the videos. Now, what they originally had before Odysee was LBRY.tv, and you'll see here in a second where it says LBRY.tv is being retired in favor of Odysee.com. You will have to switch to the desktop app, which is the LBRY app that I just mentioned, or Odysee.com in the near future. Your existing login details will work on Odysee, and all of your LBC, your LBRY credits, and other settings will be there. So if you sign up on Odysee and you download the LBRY application, your same sign-in information, your email and password for Odysee will work the same for LBRY as well. They're basically the same. It was just a rebranding of a name because Odysee is competing directly with YouTube, and there's going to be a lot of things that they're going to be doing to kind of give back to the content creators, which is always awesome. So any way that they can give more power back to the content creators is definitely something I'm going to support. And yeah, no, I appreciate that. Actually, instead of you actually sending the LBRY credits to me specifically, what you could do to keep your LBRY credits and to help my channel is just to support the channel with by staking some. It's not really staking, but just depositing some LBRY credits that you could ultimately get back. If you want to send some LBRY credits as a tip, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Right now, with the price of LBRY credits being down, I'm not going to be liquidating any of the LBRY credits, so it's not really going to help my income at the time. But to help placement on the actual platform, if you were to support, and I'll show you how you can do that real quick. Actually, I'm not signed in over there, so let me do it on my Windows or on Chrome. Stop the screen share. Do another quick screen share real quick. Let me get rid of that banner. Share. Entire screen. Share Odysee. So what you would do is you could go to support, and you could basically, now I've only got 102.8569 LBRY credits because I have some LBRY credits that are currently supporting videos on my channel. But this is where you would be able to do something like that. So like it says here, boost your channel, and it would say something different if you're trying to do this for somebody else's channel. So let me go to somebody else's channel and see what this says. Janus watches my show and has been a subscriber to the channel. So if I wanted to support, here's how it would work. You could send a $100 credit tip. So these are ways that you can support. So you can tip or you can boost. Boosting will help people to be able to find it. Tipping would just go directly to a tip to the channel. Either way, it's great. But I'm not going to be using the LBRY credits. I'm not going to be cashing out of my LBRY credits right now because the price being so low. It just doesn't make sense. And I'd rather support the platform and just get more boostability. So if you are currently on LBRY and Odysee and you want to support me in that way, you can boost my channel. And that way you would still have your LBRY credits, and they wouldn't, you're just putting your LBRY credits to good use. And I would greatly appreciate that as well. Let me see what we got going on here. Crypto Quandary, use that code on Money Metals. If you're thinking of purchasing silver, don't forget to use the code. Help him help you. Code Rise. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you saying that, man. Yeah, I definitely encourage people to diversify by investing in cryptocurrencies, decentralized cryptocurrencies, and precious metals, gold and silver. And I think silver is the bargain of the century. So by you purchasing just 4 ounces of silver, which would be around, let me see, what is the current? I'm going to Google while I'm talking to everybody. What is the current price of an ounce of silver?
$25.54.
$25.54. So literally 4 ounces of silver would be right over $100. And if you bought 4 ounces of silver, you would get a half ounce for free. So that would be, let's see, a half ounce. It would take 8 half ounces for that order. So you're getting what is that, like 20%? Something like that. But yeah, you get a free half ounce of silver. All you got to do is purchase a minimum of $100 and use that promo code RICE. So go through the last few comments. Mouse, I appreciate you as always. Max is a legend. You can listen to his no nonsense approach all day. Max is awesome. And you can find Max Egan in the Crow House on Odysee since YouTube banned him. Carnival Barker, I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. Hornster again, I would appreciate it. Yeah, definitely if you want to boost my channel up. Karen, I hope that helped you out there. Let's see here. Corey says, how does one receive their silver? Their silver, is it coins, little bars? You get to choose. So, and it does get delivered. But seriously, what form does it get delivered? Yeah, so whenever you go to moneymetals.com, I'll show you real quick. I'll do another quick screen share for everybody real quick before we wrap up today's live stream. Window. Okay, so going under silver, you can see here you get to choose your various different silver denominations. You can get coins, rounds, bars, junk silver, Canadian, Australian, world, British silver bullets, cheap silver, and then vaulted silver, which is securely stored at their facility. Gold. So you're not really limited. Money Metals Exchange is one of the most reputable precious metals dealers in the United States. They're a great company. I've had the CEO on me and Pimpy. I've interviewed the CEO several times. I got a playlist down below, my Money Metals playlist, if you'd like to check that out. I definitely would encourage people to check those videos out because Stefan is really educated when it comes to understanding everything about precious metals. Thanks, Martin. I appreciate. And Pinker Little says, Rice, what do you think of RJG's most recent videos of him starting to act powerful? I think of it as it reminds me of professional wrestling. It reminds me of WWE. And I'm going to be making a video talking about Russell because Russell is still not as answering my challenge. And, again, I definitely am not putting it against or saying that it's not possible that what's happening to my channel is not due to Russell J. Gould and camp. Russell J. Gould is a hypocrite that is using YouTube and the powers that be to suppress free speech instead of being a man. And it's very unfortunate. But I will be addressing Russell J. Gould's antics. I will be readdressing about the fact that he is a liar and a thief. He's dishonorable and he's a hypocrite. And yeah, we'll talk more about that. Russell's definitely not off the radar at all. So I do appreciate everybody for tuning in very much. Again, make sure you're joining me tomorrow over on Odysee at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be joined by Ethan Lucas, and we're going to be talking about his volume 1 of this book that's titled right here that I'm not going to say out loud, but it's only going to be available on Odysee, 1:00 p.m. Eastern time, 10:00 a.m. Pacific time. And we're doing that so we can have an uncensored conversation. I don't have to worry about getting that strike on YouTube. And either I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow in the evening, or I'm going to be releasing the interview that I did with Beth Martins from the King's Hero podcast and from the she's a content creator with her own YouTube channel. I was trying to think of the name the Law Summit. I've had so much information going through my head in the past 2 weeks. Freedom Law Summit, that's what it's called. I've done 2 interviews with her. She had me on her channel, and then there's an unreleased interview that's going to be coming out on the Freedom Law Summit anytime. She recently got a strike as well, and I don't think her strike is up yet, but she wasn't able to post videos for 7 days with her first strike. So this isn't like me necessarily 100% being targeted. I can't necessarily say this is coming from the Russell J. Gould camp. I think that anybody who's putting out information that is educating and empowering people in the way that the powers that be don't want to be available are going to be targeted. So it's unfortunately, it is what it is. I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. That is correct, Johnny. And we definitely got to talk soon, brother. Let's see. What are your thoughts on... It's just crazy, man. It's getting into that 17th letter conversation, and I it's like he's lost something to talk about, unfortunately. But I will be addressing Fool's Gould very well. Shannon LeGros, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I love you guys. Nana's right. All truth tellers are being targeted. Her daughter, Lisa, Litecoin Lisa, her channel got removed a couple months ago, and she had to start a new channel. So make sure you are subscribed to all of my all channels and all of that good stuff, so that if anything ever happens, you know what to do. So real quick to run back through it, make sure you're over here on ricecrypto.crypto. Sign up for my mailing list. I'm going to yeah, there it is. Never miss an update or new Rice TVx content. Sign up on the mailing list right here. If you want to support what I do directly, check out my Patreon channel, or you can send a contribution or tip directly via Cash App, PayPal, or via my crypto addresses on Cointree. Make sure you follow that you're already subscribed. If you're not already subscribed to the main channel on YouTube, make sure you subscribed. Make sure you subscribe to the backup channel. Let's see where we're at with numbers here. Oh, we got over 400. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to see that number go up as much as possible, because there's no reason why the backup channel shouldn't have as close to the main channel subscriber numbers. In case something happens to my, if everybody who's subscribed to Rice TVx is subscribed to Rice TVx too, and something happens to Rice TVx, nothing is going to skip a beat. But it's really disheartening putting out videos for 400 people. It's like starting a whole brand new channel. So that's the reason why I didn't really release any videos on Rice TVX2 during that time period, just so people are aware. Also, be sure you're following me on Odysee, because that's where you can find 100% of my videos. 100%. Where you cannot find 100% of my videos anywhere else but on Odysee and Library. Period. Point blank. So do appreciate everybody for tuning in. I think I've rambled up enough. Crypto updates. I will be doing a roundtable conversation definitely by next Friday. My calls to Lisa are blocked as well as her son. Oh, wow. Wonder what's going on with that. That is crazy. And they're even talking about trying to be censoring people's text messages now. Yeah, Miss Winifred is just very confused, unfortunately. I wish her the best and send her positive energy and prayers, but she is a very lost lady. Hornstar, thank you very much. Robert Michael is going to be back on here soon. Because I wasn't able to put videos out, I really haven't been in touch with a lot of people. So Robert Michael will be back. I'll probably have a lot of returning guests as well as some new guests. You can look up some of these names to find out who these people are if you're interested, but I do have Bernard von Nothaus coming up. He was involved with something called the Liberty Dollar. Nana might know who Bernard von Nothaus is. That's Nauthhaus. You can look him up. Bernard von Nothaus and the Liberty Dollar. I'm also going to have James Rink on. James Rink has a Super Soldier channel, and he also did that documentary called The Changes on the Horizon. He's going to be on. So I got a couple other people going to be coming up. Pinker says, Patricia Corey, look up the last interview. It will blow your mind. If you can, Pinker, can you email that to me at Rice Media Group at protonmail.com. Rice Media Group at protonmail.com. that'd be great. I've been trying to get Daniel on. Daniel says that he's got really bad internet, and the interview would just be an audio interview. There would be no camera, so I still may do it. I'm just not really sure that Daniel is actually practicing what he preaches, and that's one of the problems I'm having with a lot of people in the legal fiction law community, is if people are actually practicing what they preach. Tom Barnett, yeah, if you want to send me some information, email any requests for interviews that you would like to see me do, or any information that you would like to send. You can just email Rice Media Group at protonmail.com, and that's down below in the video description, and it's also in the About Me section as well. But yeah, I'm going to be addressing the whole situation with Russell J. Gould, and catching everybody up with what's going on in this Mastermind Alliance, what I'm doing with my status change correction. I've got a lot of videos. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, so just stay tuned. Again, make sure you're following me on all the backups, all my social medias. If you could support the channel directly, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, make sure you're tuning in tomorrow, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Time, only on Odysee, for my next conversation with Ethan Lucas. Me and Ethan have been doing a series of videos called The Spirituality of Law, and we're just going to kind of detract from that for this week and talk about volume 1 of this particular book, and then we'll get probably back on track next week with the spirituality of law stuff. So do appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button. It helps other people to be able to find this information in YouTube algorithm flow. As always, I encourage you to be the change by practicing change. And before we wrap things up, I want to play this video once again, promoting all my stuff that needs to be promoted. If this is your first time ever watching any of my videos, I do encourage you to check out and explore my channel. Make sure you're subscribed, and also make sure you subscribe to my backup channel, Rice TVx 2, the sequel. And in case anything ever happens to my channels on YouTube, make sure you're following me on Odysee, where I have backups of my full catalog and post up extra content as well. If you'd like to support the channel directly, check out my Patreon channel. I post up exclusive content and you get early access to videos. I'm going to have links down below for everything I just mentioned, but if you go over to ricecrypto.crypto, I have links to all my social media sites, and you can sign up for my mailing list so that you never miss an update or new Rice TVx content. And if you haven't already taken advantage of my partnership with Money Metals Exchange, you can get a free ½ ounce of silver. All you need to do is be a first-time buyer at moneymetals.com, purchase a minimum of $100, and be sure you use the promo code RICE, RICE. You get that free ½ ounce of silver, and it's an additional way to support the channel as well.